And also, we will probably have a walk-around microphone. We really want you to think about some questions. I've got a couple here and when I ask the question, panelists, and by the way, while we're here, let's give our panelists a round of applause. Oh, and hey, give yourself a round of applause. If you didn't take this serious, you wouldn't be here either. I know the food was good, but it wasn't that good that you'd stay after lunch. So because you're here, we appreciate that and know that you take this serious as we do. Okay? Let's take a deep breath. Thank you, panelists. I've heard some feedback from every one on your topics in the congregation today of how well thought out your presentations were, all the way from Mr. Smith, Tyson, to our timber expert here. Every one of you done an outstanding job, and we appreciate your time and your effort to be here. So I've got a couple of questions here. We'll get some more coming in. Very good, very good. And I'm just supposed to kind of moderate these, so guess what? I get to ask the question. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Commissioner. Give the microphone. Ask it.
I just wanted to know if these presentations are going to be available.
Okay. We're going to turn them into a PDF and they'll be on our website in the next couple of weeks.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. In fact, the whole presentation has been videotaped, and that will be also posted on our website. And also, if you get a little nervous and scared about your question, you don't want anybody to know that you're thinking about your cotton underwear, write the question and email it to the website, and we'll get you the answer. How about that, Ashley? Can I step out there and say that the Department of Agriculture will also take questions as you develop them? Sometimes my questions, I get really good ideas and questions when I'm in the shower. So later on, if you have a good question, send it to us over this topic, or anything for that matter, to the website, and we will get an answer for you. First question here, I think this is going to be a good one, and as a moderator, I may have to referee. But this is for Leonard. It's got your name on it, sir. All right, I'm ready. What role does organic agriculture take in feeding the world?
Yeah, very good question. We didn't hear the word organic mentioned once this morning, and that's really unusual for most of the symposiums I'm at, let's say in farther western and northern areas of the country, where discussing organics is very popular. Organics in the United States, despite the press reports that say it's the fastest growing segment of American agriculture, isn't. No-till is growing a lot faster. Biotech crop acreage is growing just leaps and bounds faster. Organic is really stagnant in this country and around the world. When growers give up chemicals, they face enormous challenges in weed control, insect control, and the two things that go up in organic farming, what they have to do is purchase more fuel to run tractors more often and hire more labor. And both of those inputs are in short supply and much more expensive than herbicides that are going down in value and price. But I must say this about organic farmers. I mean, nobody in production agriculture really has a problem with a farmer who's figured out a way to make a living. It's really tough making a living in farming. These farmers have figured out a way to do it. More power to them. The problem in our discourse about organic agriculture is when critics of chemicals and when activists who have agendas against chemicals take on these organic farmers as examples and say, well, here's a credible alternative to what everybody else or what the other 99% of growers are doing. That's when we have a problem. And if there's a problem also in our discourse when people say there's something wrong with the chemicals and these farmers are doing without and their food is safer, it's not safer. So I think for the future, organics is really a niche. It's a niche for certain clienteles.
So organic farming is about choice.
Right, absolutely.
And in a country where it depended on your socioeconomic position, you may or may not have that choice, and if you do, then, or so choose, then that potentially has a role in what you consume, right?
I think that's right, and it really goes to what Donnie was saying about lack of education. Because whereas most of our students in liberal arts schools never hear anything about production agriculture, never have a single lecture in production agriculture, there are proponents of organic agriculture that are all over our college kids. And the media is very, very responsive to positive stories about organics. So there is reason to talk about it and to educate people about how difficult it is. It's not meant as a criticism of them. It's meant more, it's a teachable moment. Talk to people about how difficult it is to grow without it. And in order to deal with the urban kids who aren't getting an education about production agriculture, they are hearing it about organics, and we've got to be educated and respond to that.
That leads really into the next question, because you're already kind of answering it, sir, but this will be open to any of the panelists, is that question then is, this is the next question, how would you suggest that we get this message? How would we do a better job of getting this message? How we take educating either the consumer, the non-suspecting consumer, the unaware person about this position that we're in now? This is open for any of the panelists. How would you suggest we get this message out?
Since I preached on it, I'll hit three real quick. Number one, we have got, if food is a part of our lives, staying alive, there's no reason to me that there shouldn't be core curriculum. And, you pick your part of school, middle school, junior high, high school, even at the college level, where it's core curriculum about what you eat. I would also say that many of our industry groups, and in my mind rolling around right now, it's NCC and AMI, pork producers, and Cattlemen's Beef Association, all that. We spend a lot of time and a lot of money supporting programs that do a lot of things, but they're not core to the biggest stuff, in my opinion, we're going to be facing for the next 3 years. Regulation, trade, PR. So I think we ought to take all the budgets for all those industry groups and focus them on only those three things. And you know what? If we don't have a chicken barbecue contest or a chicken marketing program, that's okay. We'll be just fine. What we got to do is spend the money on PR so that there's constant information in the public marketplace about what we do and how important it is. And then I'd say, probably in the third area, besides trade groups and in basic education, there's a lot of folks, I mentioned